Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to check out HBAR's price chart. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about Hedera, we were right in here and I was saying overall, in my opinion, more likely than not, this is a correction structure and it can be a WXY, possibly in form of a double zigzag, indicating sure, in the short term, we may see from this point specifically another move down, but the overall picture is going to still remain bullish and we are still going to look for some more moves on the upside. So what happened, as you can see, we definitely got a move down, and I think, yes, we can say the end of our A leg is in here. This can be like a running flat into wave B to about this point, or maybe here again, not that important, and another move down into our C leg. Also, if you want to say, let's just go around here, okay, that we're gonna have our final low around here. Let's say this is like a very important support, then okay, you need to be able to find off of the lowest low in this region a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 on the upside. Now let's go on the live chart, and maybe it's best to go on 5-minute time frame. And in my own times, I usually do not go on such lower time frames, but you know, this is for the sake of educational purposes, so I'm thinking it's fine. Okay, so I believe this is definitely a wave 1, followed by that probably an ABC zigzag into wave 2, big move up into wave 3 to about this point, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. So the fact that we are able to find kind of an impulse starting from the lowest low can definitely be an optimistic sign, indicating maybe the low of this correction even is already in. Question: what happens after a 5 wave up? If you are a regular viewer of the main channel, you know the answer. A slow and choppy move down in form of a correction if we are looking optimistic and bullish. And I think we can all safely say this is that a slow and choppy move on the downside, at least so far. Let's measure it timing wise from this high to about here. This move is taking us about so far 260 candlesticks. On the other hand, in the same amount of time, as you can see, we had this move on the upside starting from this low about 17.9 cents. So from my point of view, this means that in this phase down right in here, bears do not really have that much power, and odds are soon bulls are going to take charge and just send the price higher. Also, another very important bullish sign that happened recently in this move on the upside was the fact that we managed to take these highs right in here. Why is this so important? Because now finding a complete 5 wave with all the sub waves in this phase down is very, very challenging, and that is yet another reason for me to argue again, this is probably a corrective movement down starting from the highest side about 20.5 cents, and odds are it's actually going to be into this wave 4, and what's gonna happen next, probably another move on the upside into this wave 5 in order to at least take this high, and who knows, maybe the low of our correction is already in, and this is like 5 up into 1, correction for wave 2, and soon maybe we're going to get another move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. The points that I'm trying to make in today's update about the HBAR is this: I think this whole move down is slow and choppy, and as you can see between our pullbacks so far, we are just constantly having overlapping of the waves, which is yet another very important characteristic of a corrective movement. That's why in like very short term, I would like to be a bit optimistic as long as I'm not proven otherwise. Do not get me wrong, I do think this move up soon, probably like in the next week or two, is going to come to an end and we are going to get a move down. But for now, I don't really believe that this point about 20.5 cents is the end of our move up. I'm thinking more likely than not, this is a correction, and after it's over, you are going to see some more upward price action in HBAR. And if we see the right structures at that point, we can be much more optimistic and argue even maybe the final low of our correction overall on daily time frame right in here about 12.5 cents is already in. So for now, let's be optimistic and let's look forward to some more moves on the upside. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Hedera's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.